Hello friends, we are live today and we are going to make some adorable projects with the Cutest Cow Bundle. This is a fun fold card. You're going to love it. We have a little treat that holds a little candy. We have another adorable card with our sweet cows and one more card. So bonus today, we're making 4 projects using the Cutest Cow set. So you'll want to stay tuned and see all 4 projects. And as always, I have some extra samples using the Cutest Cows. Stay tuned to the end to see that cute project. So my name is Kay Cogbill, and my business, hello Kathy Brown. My business is called Paper Made Prettier. I'm here live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central when I'm in town. And all my videos are on YouTube under Paper Made Prettier. So you'll want to find me there so you won't miss another video. If you're already watching me on YouTube, excellent. Please subscribe to my channel and then you won't miss another fun video. You can find me on Facebook as Paper Made Prettier and YouTube also as Paper Made Prettier. All right. So let's get started. I'm just making sure everything's straight and visible here. All right. So this stamp set called Cutest Cows is in our spring catalog. If you've seen this catalog, it's fantastic. And we're working with this adorable punch bundle. Now, I love a punch bundle because it's quick and simple and cute. So you definitely want to add this to your stamp collection. I like to start with the punch bundles in my purchases because oftentimes they can go off stock. They're very popular. Hello, Barb. And when they go off stock, hello, Catherine. They are hard to get back because they're not made in Utah. So whatever punches you see that you love, buy them. I know they're so cute. They're so cute, Barb. We're going to make 4 cute projects with them. Now, Barb is on my Pretties team, and that means she's a member she's a demonstrator with Stampin' Up. She's a happy shopper, and that is what most of my team is. They're happily buying fun supplies at a discount. So, these projects were projects that we made at one of our team gatherings. So when you're a part of the Pretties team, you get to come once a month to our team gathering and we make fun projects. So this one was no exception. And just to give you an idea, this whole class that people got to make at the team meeting, the fee to attend is only $15. So, and that includes the room rental. So that's a great price for someone to be on my team. If you were to get these kits to go on my team, there would be just a minimal shipping fee. So if you haven't taken advantage of the happy shopper situation with Stampin' Up, this is the time, definitely. And being on my team is what you want to do because we have so much fun and we make so many cute things. All right, so let's start with this adorable little guy. I'm going to get these other ones out of my way for now. Now, these projects were designed by a friend of mine, Ronda Wade. She is a wizard with putting things together in cute ways. And I purchase her tutorials for my team gatherings because I love for my team members to have the newest and the cutest things. So that's what I do. All right, let's just start from the ground up. So we're going to start with our base. Now our base is this cute new color, not brand new, but it's when we did our color refresh, we got a new color called Pecan Pie. So that's what our card base is. And I'm going to put Stampin' Seal all the way around it because I'm going to stick this layer down. So this is an embossed layer and it is I can't remember, but it was just called like Embossing Folder Trio. It's on the online exclusives. Super cute. Now, we've got this basic white piece, and what we're going to do here is we're going to fold it. It's already scored, so when you participate in my team gatherings, you get your packet all nice and ready. Comes to you in the mail. Okay, so everything's cut and scored and ready to go, just like you would see here. So we're gonna have that. Now this little piece is gonna get stuck down. I always have to just open it and test it and just make sure I've got it right. So it's gonna go like this. So we're gonna turn this over, and actually I'm gonna put the adhesive on the white part here. And you don't normally see me going all the way around with my adhesive, but because this is a moving part, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go all the way around, get lots of adhesive on there, and get that stuck down. All right, so there's that. Okay. Now, we've got 2 pieces of this designer paper, and you might not recognize it because it's the back side of our Flight and Airy designer paper. The Flight and Airy designer paper is one of my favorites, and it is exciting because right now during celebration, you can get this paper for free with a $50 purchase. It is the most popular designer paper for celebration right now. I have so many projects. If you're on my Facebook page called Paper Made Prettier Club, all one word, I've posted like 26 samples with it because that's how many I had. So you always want to make sure you're on my Facebook group because I post so many more fun stuff for you, fun things for you there. So we're going to stick that down. We're going to open this up and we're going to stick this down. Get this pretty pecan pie color. So we're gonna get that stuck down there. All right, now we've got 2 pieces that are cut out with our Nested Essentials dies. And I'm just gonna stick this one inside, and that's where you can write. You don't have to write a ton. You've made all this, spent all this time creating. You can just say, love you. Happy birthday, or you can add more here if you'd like. So now we've got our front. In your packet, if you were on my team, if you received this, then you would have gotten a huge piece of this black and white gingham ribbon. That's from our annual catalog. It just seems to go with everything. You can color it to be different colors, but here, of course, with our cows, we just want to leave it this adorable black and white. And we're going to just tie a little ribbon, and then we're going to shift that over to the left. Okay, so there's that. And then we're gonna do some stamping here, and we're gonna stamp our cow. So we're gonna start with Memento Black. Just so you'll know, the colors we're using today are Balmy Blue, Old Olive, Old Olive and Memento Black. Those are our ink colors. And then we'll get to our blends in a second. We're gonna go ahead and stamp It's Your Special Day. Now, before I would have put a, what do you call it? A squishy pad underneath this because I'm using photopolymer stamps. But now that I have this glass mat, we don't have to do that anymore. So you definitely want to get this glass mat and add it to your collection. The only way you can get it right now is with a starter kit. We were able to buy these as happy shoppers, but right now the only way you can get it is with a starter kit. So you want to stay tuned to the end for when I explain how that works. All right, now we're going to stamp our cow. So when I'm stamping with a punch, I like to just take the punch and turn it over and see, okay, if I'm stamping here, where do I need to stamp? And I know that I'm going to need my head. The paper goes in this way, okay? Got to unlock it. The paper goes in here. So I know that's where I need to stamp my little head. So the first stamp is going to be his head. And I'm going to stamp it towards the bottom edge. Okay. And then I'm going to, my other stamp is going to be his body. Now, you can see there are multiple cow bodies. There's one that's got his foot kicked. There's a sitting down one, and then a one with his straight legs. And for punching, we're going to use the straight-legged cow. So that's this stamp. Now, I'm going to put this way on this side because I know my punch is going to need to go that way. So, set this aside. I will need it back. Now what we're going to do is we're going to punch the little cow head, cow face, head, whatever you want to call it. And then we're going to pop in here and punch our cow body. Straighten it out a little bit there. But it's important when you're using punches to kind of like get yourself oriented to the way the punch is going to go. That avoids you having to like trim your paper down. If you have to trim your paper down, it's not the end of the world, but why not save time? Okay, for blending markers, I believe these are the ones that we're using. And I'm going to show you a way to get all these blends for a great deal. We have Petal Pink, Pecan Pie, Old Olive, Pebbled Path. This is another petal. Let's see if these are both Petal Pink. Yes, so our blends come in light and dark, okay? We have the Smoky Slate, Daffodil Delight, Crumb Cake, and this should be another Smoky Slate. All right, so you definitely want to grab your blending markers. Now for this little cow, I'm coloring his spots and his face circle with Pecan Pie. Now this is a gorgeous brown, like I said, added to our color line pretty recently. And it filled a nice little spot that we had with browns. Now I'm going to also color his little mouth piece, I suppose. I don't really know what that's called. And his little hair piece here. Now, of course, we've got the cutest little animal, so we're going to give him some little rosy cheeks with our Petal Pink blend. And then he can have a little ear detail here. Now, just a little trick. I've seen a lot of people color these cows with black, which I do like my black blending marker, but I love my Pebbled Path dark marker better. Because to me, the black just kind of obscures everything. If there's any detail to your stamped image, it kind of just mows over it. And the Pebbled Path is like black without being overpowering. So if you don't have Pebbled Path, it's one that you need to add to your collection. And then I'm going to use Smoky Slate to color this little milk jug. So just a little Smoky Slate detail here. Adorable little milk jug. Now, something about our blends is they color like butter. So if you've never, speaking of milk jugs, if you've never used a blending marker and you've always just colored with our Stampin' Right markers, you're missing out. Because these blending markers will make you look like you've been using fancy markers your whole life, even if you're just starting. That's just the way they are. So invest in some core colors. Now, I think the ones we're using today are a good core color. We have browns, grays, greens, and a color. So I always recommend getting green in a color first, because that way you can color lots of floral images, which we're going to do in a minute. And then, of course, grays and browns are very popular. All right, the last thing we're going to do is pop this little cow onto our card with dimensionals. Now, just a tip here, I like to, well, actually we need it. No. What we're going to do is we're going to put our dimensional right here, because that's where that head is going to go. And then we're just going to stick that head right over it. So that's just a tip. That way you know your dimensional won't show or anything. Okay, so card number 1, Fun Fold. And adorable little Cutest Cow card. Of course, would make the perfect birthday card for someone. All right, let's go with our next card. And this has a blended background. Thank you, Jackie Pettit. Good to see you. That's my little sneaky dimensional trick. Just put the dimensional where you want the piece to go, not on the piece. Okay, so we're going to start with a basic black base. Now, of course, we can't write in basic black, so we're going to pop a little piece of white in here. Voila. All right, now our other piece of white, we're going to create a background using our blending brushes. Well, for some reason I've only got one out here, and I don't know what color I used that on. It looks pretty green. So, and this is where our Stampin' Pierce mat, our glass mat comes in handy, because you can get ink on this and it doesn't mind. Like, so you're gonna kind of get your excess off here, and then you're just gonna run in here and start. So you always wanna, what do you call it? Like, roll it on to another surface first, just to get the most of the ink off. So that way you don't get a big mark where you've brought your blending brush onto your paper. So that's what this glass mat is for. Now, let me grab another blending brush, because I seem to have misappropriated the one I used for the pool party. Actually, I didn't use pool party. I'm using Balmy Blue. I thought that was a prettier blue for the sky. So we're just creating a sky here. So use your mat, get the excess off, and then just roll on there. And we're going to get some of that Balmy Blue onto our background. Now, you can go into your green level here. It's fine. You don't want to like go wildly into it, but they can overlap a little bit. And your aim is to get a little bit more blue than you got green on the card. You've got more sky than you've got grass. Okay, so easy peasy way to make a background for any of your animal stamps where you're making a little scene. Now, one of the cutest details of our Cutest Cows set is this little grass. So we can come in here with our old olive and stamp in some grass. Now, you don't have to re-ink this every time. You want to just like go every couple times, even every 3 or 4 times, and you're just giving some green detail. Now, make sure some of them go off the edge of the bottom and both sides, and you've got your grass in there. I didn't really know you could use this glass mat to stamp off, but you can. I'm just learning all kinds of new things about it. Okay, then what you're gonna do, we haven't stamped a ton of dark things around here. So we're gonna stamp this little cow that's got his foot, he's got his foot up. Where is he? Oh, here he is. We're gonna stamp him right in this grass, okay? And then we're going to use our dark pebbled path again for his hooves. Again, if you're going to use, whenever you find yourself wanting to use black, use dark pebbled path. I promise you, you will be so happy with the way it turns out. It's just something that you've probably never noticed before, but now you know. And don't worry, we're not gonna leave him blue. We're gonna color him with our dark smoky slate. We'll go ahead and do that while we're here. Now we can color right over that pebbled path with our smoky slate since it's lighter. And we're gonna do that. Fill in this little body, his udder. Get down on his legs. Okay, now we need our little face. So this guy, there's lots of different cow faces. I'm just going to grab them one at a time, rotate through. We'll eventually get all the faces. I've already done the just open, wide, happy face. Now I'm going to do this little, he's got a little wink. It's cute as buttons. So again, we're paying attention to where we stamp so that we can punch easily. Pop that on. And then while we're here, let's go ahead and do another cow face and another set of cow legs, because this card has 2 cows. So we'll pop him there, and then we're gonna pop this little cow here. All right, got extra little pieces flying around. Just throw them on the floor. All right. Now what we're gonna do is color the darks. The spots on this guy are gonna be dark pebbled path, and we're gonna color his hooves as well with the dark pebbled. I love coloring with blends. It just, I don't know, takes me back to kindergarten, but in a good way, like happiness, joy. I mean, anytime we can just have fun coloring, is there really anything better? I know y'all are screaming into the video, you forgot that dot. Okay, now this little face part can be colored with either the dark or light petal pink. I use both. While we're here, let's go ahead and color this little face, and then he is going to be colored with a dark pebbled path hairpiece, toupee, and we're going to color the rest of his face with dark smoky slate. So this is our gray cow. Of course, we have multiple different cows in our pasture. We're not coloring them all the same today. Your options are only limited by the number of blending markers you have. So I hope you have a lot. All right. Cute as buttons. Now, let's pop this little face up. Again, we're going to stick our dimensional where we want it first. And then that way we can position our head just perfectly. And this little cow is going to go down here, pop up his body, and then pop his little head right there. Adorable. Now we need our little piece from our kit that says, this is a piece cut with the Stylish Shapes dies, and I have trimmed off one of the edges of the Stylish Shapes dies. Now we're going to stamp congratulations, because of course we are always finding a reason to congratulate people. One of my favorite things to do is like when you see somebody that's like, oh my gosh, I passed this test, like they posted on Facebook, send them a card. You want to shift it over to the left here. Now, if you love the phrase, holy cow, then stamp that all over this background. Now, I probably could have done that before I stamped my adorable little cows. That might have been more logical, but I'm just going to wing it here. Don't get black on your cows for sure. You don't have to re-ink it every time. That's probably all I'm going to do. but you can see I did quite a few more little holy cows there. Now, I'm gonna tie a ribbon in the air with my black and white, and I'm gonna put that down with a glue dot onto my strip. There, that's why I shifted that over to the left. I know I left you in suspense as to why I had done that, but that is why. And then we're going to put this down with a little bit of adhesive and just pick a place where that doesn't get lost in your cows. And now we're going to slide this right onto our basic black base. And isn't that the cutest card? I can think of many reasons why you might want to congratulate people. This could even be like a wedding card, congrats on the new baby card, if your friends have a good sense of humor. All right. Next is our sweet little cow sitting in the flowers, because that's what cows do, right? They sit around in the flowers all day. So let's find our packet. Now, this card uses another designer paper. So we've already used our Flight and Airy, but this card is going to use our softly stippled designer paper. Another designer paper that you can get for free with a $50 purchase. So the obvious softly stippled roses here are gorgeous, but don't forget the back sides of this paper, which is what we're going to feature today. So don't snooze on the back. All right, we're going to start with a thick white base. If you guys didn't know, we have two types of basic white paper. We have basic white and we have thick basic white. And you want to use thick basic white for card bases because it's more substantial. And now, oh, sorry, didn't mean to turn that over. We're gonna go ahead, oops, I meant to tie my ribbon around that basic black layer. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna tie it around the whole card front, because I don't love tying, let's put our designer paper down. I don't love tying ribbon around a piece of designer paper. It's so thin that it just stresses me, so I don't usually do that. I usually tie it around my cardstock layer or the front. It doesn't, some people don't like that little bit to show. It doesn't bother me at all when you open the card. No one's looking and saying, oh my gosh, that ribbon is bothering me. They're just looking at what you wrote and still squealing about how cute the card is. Thank you, Kathy Brown. I think they are adorable. I mean, anything you make with this set is going to be scream-tastically adorable, right? Because, I mean, who doesn't love a sweet cow? All right, now what we're going to do here is we're going to just trim this little piece off. You could use a paper trimmer and make it completely straight, but I've got scissors nearby, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to use my olive to put more grass here. We're just getting that grass detail. I mean, someone could probably figure out that that's grass, but why not add in these cute little grass detail here. All right, so that's gonna be right here, but we're not gonna stick it down yet because we're going to shift it down so that we'll know where to stamp our flowers. So we've got this field of sunflowers. There's 3. So we're gonna ink that with Memento, and we're going to go almost down to that olive that you've shifted down. And then we're gonna stamp it twice so that we can get a field going all the way across our... Now this is cut with the Countryside Corners dies. So you definitely wanna add those to your list of dies if you haven't already. We're gonna come in here with our old olive detail and stick that down. Now all we're left with is to color our little sunflowers. Now, I'm using Old Olive to color the petals. I mean, not petals, leaves. Now, if you have not ever used Stampin' Up! Products before, what you might know is, what you now, I'm going to tell you, is the Old Olive that I'm using to color these leaves matches completely the Old Olive paper here. Now, if you're not into matchy-matchy, then don't worry about it. But I'm very into matchy-matchy. Always have been, even when I was a kid. So that's the benefit of Stampin' Up! Over other products that you might find in stores, is Stampin' Up's colors are going to coordinate perfectly. You're not ever going to have to worry, is this green match that green? Like, if you know that if it says Old Olive, it's Old Olive, okay? Now, I'm using my Daffodil Delight to come in here. I'm using dark daffodil. It's a good dark yellow to come in and give some color to these cute little sunflowers. I would probably do better with my small tip, but I don't want to make this video 100 hours long, so I'm gonna... So our blending markers have a fat tip for coloring big areas and a small tip for coloring small areas. And I use the big tip, but here's the small tip, much smaller. In fact, I'll show you the small tip on this one. So this is our crumb cake. I'm going with dark crumb cake here, getting our circle in the middle of these sunflowers using dark crumb cake. Adorable. And then we're going to use our Holy Cow. I'm actually going to use It's Your Special Day again because I need a bunch of birthday cards. It's the first of the month, so I'm going to be sending birthday cards. So I'm going to use It's Your Special Day. Of course, you could say Holy Cow for someone's birthday as well. All right, and we are going to pop that on with dimensionals on either side of that ribbon. Now, I think this designer paper, softly stippled, goes adorable with these little cows. Does it not? It's got that farmhouse. Looks like a tablecloth you might see in your grandmother's farmhouse. The last thing we're going to do is stamp our little cow. Now, this cow is going to be seated. He's chilling out in the pasture. And this is not our last cow. We have one more to do. I forgot. We have our little cute treat holder. The last two cows are going to be seated. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp them twice. And then we're going to need 2 more faces. I'm going to try to make it to where I can use this whole scrap for both of the other cows we have to make. You need one for this card, but I'm going to get ready for my next card. I'll go ahead and, or next project, I'll punch that out. And then I'm going to roughly, now we don't have a punch for this seated cow, that's fine. We're going to quickly fussy cut this. It's not going to take any time at all. It's an even lined, not a lot of detail stamp. Now, when you're fussy cutting, of course, you're going to leave a little white halo around. That's just an artistic tip for you. Now, on this guy, I'm going to use the crumb cake to color in his dots, spots, cute as buttons, his face, and his toupee. He, of course, needs a cute little petal pink cheek and his ears there. And then we're going to pop in with our dark pebbled path for that detail on his hooves. And I'm going to leave his tail white. Okay, so popping him up with dimensionals. So adorable. Oh my gosh. He's so cute. All right. The last project in this little quartet of projects is a treat. And you can find these cow tails at the Dollar Tree. Now, these cow tails are caramel filled with vanilla. So if you haven't ever had one, trust me, they're delicious. I tried one. And what you're going to start with is a strip of Pool Party. Now, let's see. We're going to fold this up, fold this up, and fold that back, okay? So you're just creating a little pouch here with your Pool Party, all right? And here we're going to use little pieces of our softly stippled paper. I've pre-cut this. Again, my Pretties team members are spoiled, and I love to spoil them. It is my honor and joy in the world to make them happy. We all love to stamp together, and I love for them to make pretty things. So they're going to have these cute little packets already ready for them. That's going to go there. Now, our group meets once a month on the second Saturday from 1 to 3. But we also, as I said, have members that are remote to us, and they join us on Zoom. Or they can just watch the replay of our projects and make their projects at home. So up to those team members. Now, I'm going to go ahead and stick this down. And then I'm going to take my... Now, I went ahead and... I remember when I did this the first time, I went ahead and put the cowtail in here before I tied my ribbon around. And then that just kind of helps me know how tight to tie it. I get it pretty tight. Don't worry, I'm going to get that cowtail chilled out here in a second. Okay. Ta-da, so cute. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shift this up a little. Sorry, I didn't get that flap very... There we go. Now I'm going to color my little cow with my pebbled path. My last cow of the day. I hope you enjoyed these 4 little guys. They enjoyed you. You want to add this bundle to your collection, obviously. It's quick and easy and cute. What more can you want out of that? Stay tuned. I've got a couple more projects to show you, and I will explain to you the best way to get the Cutest Cows Bundle when you're planning out your order for this week. So when you're ordering during celebration, which if you're watching this video in January or February of 2024, then you will want to reach $50 so that you can get your free items. And you'll want to choose the softly stippled or the Flight and Airy paper. Or you can order $100 worth and choose both of them. Let's see. Pop this on. Little cow. And the last thing we're going to pop is his little face. Cutest buttons. Okay. Treat in a pouch. Adorable. I'm glad you've enjoyed them. Barb. Aw, you're so sweet, Barb. I love it. You're so adorable. So adding the cow to your order. So this is my easy button cow plan. So what you're going to do is you're going to purchase the bundle, which is the stamp set and the punch. Okay, it comes together. When you order it together, it's 10% off. So you don't ever want to order them separately. Make sure and order them as a bundle. And that's $41.25. Okay. Add a set of blending markers. That's $10, whatever blending markers you don't have. And then that'll add up to, actually, that's $51.25. Oh, with tax and shipping, it's $61.25. I skipped a step there. But your merchandise amount is $51.25. But with tax and shipping, it's going to come up to $61.25. When you add 5 more sets of blends, you'll get to the $100 mark-ish, close to it. And you'll get 2 more free items, 2 free total items. So you can get the soft stippled paper and the Flight and Airy paper. Okay, those can be your choices. But I want to tell you about the best deal, and that is our starter kit. So you saw me with my glass mat, okay? If you want that glass mat, now the glass mat is only available with a starter kit, and you can get it with it's a $60 value. Okay, so I bought mine for $60 because I was already a happy shopper. But if you can get the Cutest Cow set plus 8 sets of blends for $99, no shipping. Okay, because the starter kit is $125, $4.99. Okay, and you can choose that now. That's like a $185 value for $107 because you've got your glass mat and you've paid no shipping, okay? So that's a no-brainer. You want to go ahead and bump it up to the starter kit. So you'll need to message me and we'll get you squared away on that so you can get your precious things for a steal. All right, my additional cow samples. I like to trade cards with people, and these are cards I've received in trades. This one's by Angie Leach. It's adorable. She's used this timber embossing folder, I think. And you've got some other, don't snooze on these other little images. We got roosters, chicks, bigger chicks. Pulling in this delightfully eclectic designer paper is adorable. This is from Monica Davis. And the final project, this is a copy of the catalog, or a very close copy, if not copy. Yep, it is. Oh, Jackie made this. Hi, Jackie. This is for our catalog case swap. So if you're a member of the Pretties team, we participate in a catalog case swap. And we pick our top 3, and I assign you to make one of the projects from the catalog. So you see she did this. We make, like, say 10 of that one card, and then we trade. So we all have a ton of cute projects at the end. Another one of the many reasons why people love to be on the Pretties team is for all of our swapping. Now, the last thing I'm going to show you is with this glass mat. If I can find it. One of my favorite things that comes with it is my cleaner. Oh, so I've got this cool cleaner pad. It's not wet right now, but when you get it wet, it is just wipes off this area in a snap. So I won't make you sit here and watch me get it wet, but promise you that this is the best cleaning chamois you'll ever have. It comes with the Glass Mat Studio. And the other thing you get with the Glass Mat Studio is this cool non-stick area that you can use to hold your Stampin' Spots still. It can hold your ink pads still. It's great. You can stick it next to you where you're stamping, or stick it right onto this glass mat, and it'll keep everything from slipping around. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.